Getting into either of those gaps that we're trying to create is going to be very difficult. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it usually won't happen unless they get tired. So like, as much as it's part of jiu-jitsu to like, you know, you probably heard the term, you want to cook them a little bit, like you want to wear someone down. Like that's real, but at the same time, I kind of feel like it's also not real, because if you're relying on having the necessary conditioning to wear someone else out, now we're getting into the realms of it's more like wrestling, where like the guy with the better conditioning is most of the time going to win. Whereas we try to kind of fancy ourselves as jiu-jitsu people, like, oh, we're going to be efficient. Now, again, I'm not saying that doesn't exist at the highest level. The guy with the better conditioning probably does. Like, let's be realistic. It's an athletic endeavor, and we are kind of lying to ourselves a little bit about like the idea of like the wise old master who's so technical that he knows the ins and outs of every position. Like, why isn't some 50-year-old dude winning worlds? That's why, because that whole thing is bullshit, right? Like, ultimately, we're doing a physical activity, and the younger, stronger person, assuming they're also quite skilled, is gonna win, right? So we don't want to ignore that, but at the same time, we don't want it to be like, I'm gonna get this because he's gonna be tired, he's gonna make a mistake. Let's try to get it to be as technical as possible, and then add the conditioning on top of that. And if you can make someone tired, cool, you'll get one of these. Does that make sense? So realistically, like, back in. When I start to get here and he blocks this, he may still be able to keep that. Yeah, I just may not be able to get it, especially if I'm a little bit shorter relative to my opponent, right? Like, I'm pretty tall, so I can usually make someone overdo this just because of the length of my legs. But if somebody's my height, and any of you like subscribe to the online academy, you've seen Rory, he's basically the same size as me. So like when I roll with him, I cannot make it. Like, his arms are so long, he'll just be here, he'll still have any elbow connection, right? So assuming that you're roughly the same size as your opponent, you're probably going to get here, and if they're just really doing a good job of this, you're not going to be able to occupy the space. However, for them to do a good job of this, they're really going to be having to, there we go, bring their shoulders and knees together. They're trying to bring their knees kind of towards their chest and shove up. If they're a little bit extended here, now this kind of stuff becomes possible. This contraction is that regulated to the, I'm forcing this unregulated tension here. He's doing this because he has to. So it's not really a choice. He doesn't do that, his guard is passed. So I'm the one controlling that, and I'm gonna feel the amount of tension that he's giving me. I'm gonna suddenly step back, and I'm gonna swing him the other way. All right, so my right, if I'm going to my right leg is forward, he's following me, I step back, I redirect his legs. I immediately step back in and place my shin into this place, into the space, like the knee pit, basically. You can try to go from here, so kind of block. You can try to go from here and immediately go to knee right. That is possible, but again, I would say against better guard players, they're just gonna maintain their knee elbow connection. So we'll be all the way here, and when I go to do this, he'll just reestablish. They'll just go right back to that. So, you know, if you want to do the odd rep where you swing and go right back, so like I pass people's guards like that all the time, but no one that I think is like, you know, super high level. Like, I'll never pass any like good black belt with that redirection. What I can do is go from here to here. He'll still have this knee elbow connection, but now I've got such good control of this lever, I can release the bottom leg. So I was double ankle, I swung, I stepped in. Now to turn your hips towards me is a lot more difficult. I can now replace and move into the leg drag. After we do this, we're going to go over how to follow up with the Toriano. I kind of touched on it a little bit yesterday, but again, that overreaction with overwhelming tension is going to allow me to time it, push that knee out of the way, not really push it, more like move myself around it. But that's going to be our next step, just in case you're wondering. So I'm circling, he blocks, I keep trying to like jam, like I make him really shell up. And then I disconnect, redirect, and I jam my knee in, still holding both ankles. If I release one right now, he can high leg and reset his guard. So I make sure not to release. I get here, and I'm really leading with that shin. Now I release. I tuck the hip, close my elbow to my thigh. I've created this lever control. He can't get his knee out of this space. What he wants is to get to here. So I just make sure that I trap that leg in my armpit. I can start coming around and chasing the crossface. Or if he's, and look, time permitted, we'll get into like their frames and how to defeat them. But for now, let's just not worry about the upper body frames. Let's just get here and move into the passing position. Everybody got that? Does anyone need to see it again? Yeah. One more time. Thank you for taking the bullet for everyone else. Circles, he blocks. I disconnect, redirect, step right back in. My shin drives. My knee comes in. I'm trying to flare his leg. Now I can let go. Elbow goes in front. You'll notice this leg is bent. It's important that I not end up like this. I see this all the time. You'll get here and just push me back. Good. No base. Remember, my base is my platform from which to apply and absorb force. It's relative to my goals and it's relative to my opponent. My goal is to drive his hips that way. That means I need to have my leg here and it needs to be bent so I can push off. The more I need to drive in that direction, the more my leg goes over here. If I wanted to drive that way, then my leg would be in front. So I make sure that I turn my leg to this position so I can drive pushing off 45 degrees that way. All right, we got it. Cool, it worked.